Kevin Herter to get it in. Everyone standing at State Farm Arena. Herter looks. Plays it into Trey. 2 seconds, one. Trey's floater. Good! With .1. And the Hawks are going to win this game.
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
You are now listening to the Hawksbeat podcast with your host, E-Dub. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome to the Hawksbeat podcast. I'm your man E-Dub. Back again for another edition. This is season 7, episode 6, the Cleveland Rocks edition. Yes, we are recapping the game tonight. Hawks fall to the Cleveland Cavaliers 96-91. Putting them 4-2 on the season. Got a lot to talk about. I'm going to try to do it in under 20 minutes. But again, we appreciate you for coming into the podcast, checking us out, all the support. Before we get started, a big part of what we do is on the social media front. So you can connect with us on Twitter. Follow us at Hawksbeat. And we're also pushing out a lot more YouTube content. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page as well. We're trying to get our followers and subscribers up. I think we're a little bit over 300. We got to get to 500 before the season is over. So that's kind of my goal. But we just posted something this week. Oh, actually, no, I mean not this week. Tonight, we posted the Lloyd Pierce post-game press conference. We posted Trae Young. We just put them all in one thing. So go by our YouTube and check that out. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do that as well so you get alerts every time we do the podcast. So just to run down, we are going to revisit our pregame keys to the game. We're going to recap the game a little bit, and then I'm going to give you the three things that we normally do every game. I'm going to give you the player of the game, the Fab Five, which is the the best 5 Hawks of the tonight, of their performance tonight, and that was a little tough for tonight, but we'll get into all that, and I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. But before we get into that, here is a quick word from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back. All right. What's up, folks? It's your boy E-Dub for the Hawksbeat podcast, and I'm here to tell you about Anchor. Listen, when I was trying to start this podcast, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all those apps? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to all those questions is simple. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-step shop for recording, hosting, distributing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free. Now, Anchor lets you match your podcast with sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing by reading this ad. Listen, guys, I've been podcasting for over 10 years. 10 years of experience, and Anchor by far is the best that I've ever used. So, if you want to get started making money, you want to start with your podcast, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. Can't wait to hear your podcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You listen to the Hawksbeat podcast. It's your man E-Dub. Not a lot to recap in this game, and I'll be honest with you, man. I could go into a lot of the bells and whistles, a lot of the breakdowns and stuff, but it came down to this, man. Hawks are playing the second game on a back-to-back, and they really just ran out of gas. Like, I really could give you a lot more than that, but that's really what happened. They ran out of gas. Their legs were heavy. They started out the game good. And as what happens a lot of times in back-to-backs. Second quarter, third quarter, legs start to get a little heavy. Shots stop falling. You get a little lazy on defense. The offense doesn't have as much synergy. And you have nights like this. Hawks had a 15-point lead at one point, and it pretty much disintegrated. But like I always say, leads in the NBA are really overrated. But I went back and forth with some folks on Twitter wanting to blame this loss on Lloyd Pierce. Like, come on. I mean, like, for real, are we doing this already? Are we already doing this? I'll get more into that a little bit later. But Hawks, they take a 56-44 point at the half. Trae Young is kind of playing decent. 7 assists. Clint Capella has a double-double going into the half. 12 points, 10 boards. DeAndre Hunter is playing well. They're shooting about 43%. The shots, they weren't shooting. I mean, like, they didn't come out on fire like they have been these past couple of games. But I thought they were playing decent. Second quarter, second half, third quarter, Cleveland just went on a run, man. They went on like a 22-point run or so. And the Cavs unit in the third quarter, they cut it to 4. Second unit didn't look good at all. I'll admit that. They didn't look good at all. But the starters weren't really playing lights out either. And it was crazy because they just turned into a turnover machine. And that's how you know that the fatigue was starting to set in. The shots weren't falling. They're getting sloppy with the ball. The first quarter, they didn't have any turnovers. No turnovers. And then over the next 24 minutes, they proceeded to have 15 turnovers. 26-18. That was the run they went on. No, that wasn't the run. That was the score in the third quarter. Cavs outscored the Hawks 26-18. Going into the fourth quarter, the Cavs scored 6 points to start the half before Kevin Huerter hit a big 3. And we'll talk about Kevin Huerter's night tonight. I thought he played pretty decent. Hit some big shots hit some timely shots. But that unit he was with just didn't really have it going, man. Didn't really have it going. And Cavs, you have to take your hat off. Have to take your hat off to the Cavs. They came in there. They played with fire. I thought a big difference maker for the Cavs was one JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee came off the bench and was eating. He was eating on all them cats, man. JaVale finished with 14 points, 9 rebounds. Just very active in the paint. And the Hawks didn't really have anything. They couldn't really do anything with him tonight. So, Hawks lose 96-91. Let me go over some of the keys to the game. So, if you're new here, one of the things that I do is before all the games, I give out my keys to the game. And then after the game, I come back and we discuss them and see how they measured up and see if what I was saying made any sense. So let me see. I should have already had these pulled up. So let me see. Here we go. All right. Keys to the game. Here we go. First key. Keep their backcourt of Sexton and Garland off balance. I said, and I'm reading my tweets. That's why I'm sounding like this. I imagine Cam will get the Sexton assignment, but those two are tough. They play fast, and they will fill it up if you don't come ready to play. The Cavs go as these two lead. Now, Garland didn't really have a dominant night. I thought he was okay. Sexton was definitely the leader of this squad. And again, like, Sexton is becoming that guy, 27 points tonight for him. Hits a huge three-pointer with 24 seconds left. That pretty much seals the fate of the Hawks tonight. I thought Sexton was high energy. I thought he was good. I thought the Hawks did a decent job guarding him. But 27, he's kind of a volume scorer. But 27 points for him. Hits a big 3. Time winds down. Sometimes good players sometimes good players make good plays. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're good players. It's as simple as that. Rebounding. I said rebounding must be an emphasis. Tonight with Drummond in town, arguably the NBA's best rebounder. He's going to get his stats, but you got to make him work. Don't be afraid to send him to the line. And, Make him earn his money there. Make him earn his money there. I thought that Andre Drummond played okay. I didn't think that he was really dominant like he has been of late. The Hawks, the rebounding I thought was pretty decent. I thought it was kind of back and forth. Cleveland had 46 rebounds to the Hawks 48. I thought on the rebounding tip, I think they went tip for tap. I think they went tip for tap, and that's good when you face such a good rebounding team like the Cavaliers, who are Andre Drummond, who's just a monster on the boards and traditionally has killed the Hawks. The last key I have is bring the energy. Second games on a back-to-back are tough. This team is deep, so the bench will have to be strong if the starters are dragging. Wow. and I told this before the game, right? So obviously the bench did not play well. The bench did not play well, and the starters weren't sharp. So it was like I'm not gonna lay this at the hand of the bench, even though they were the ones out there when that league dissipated. A lot of people want to lay that at Lloyd Pierce's feet. But look, man, the lineup is the lineup. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to trot your guys out there and have them play 40 minutes on a back-to-back. That's silly. There's 72 games that you're going to play. You have to be smart about this thing. And sometimes if your second unit's out there getting your butt kicked, guess what? They're going to be out there getting their butt kicked, and that's just what it's going to have to be. That's just what it's going to have to be. Like, sometimes they just going to, you can't, okay, Bruno's not playing well. You can't just, okay, I'm going to put John Collins in. So what you going to do, play John Collins 45 minutes on the back-to-back? Is that the solution? Or is the solution putting Nathan Knight out there, a two-way player? So now we're down to, okay, we need to play our two-way players more? Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm sorry, like that bugs me. That bugs me to high heaven. How you guys love to lay these losses at the feet of Lloyd Pierce when you don't take into other mitigating factors. Factor one, Cleveland just played better. Like, they played better. Like, I don't understand. Like, why is that so hard for you to understand? Oh, we lost the lead. The bench was in there too long. Bruno played like 10 minutes. Solomon Hill played like 11 minutes. Like, that's not a lot of time. Like, they're going back and forth with these folks. But that's the recap. That's the key to the game. But I just think the argument is silly. There's so many things. Like, even nobody on this team scored above 20 points. That's starters included. Nobody. And so, like, I don't understand. Like, they didn't have it all. So you want more from the starters, but even they weren't hitting on none. Trey had 6 turnovers, like some bad turnovers. He missed a lot of bunnies. John Collins out here missing dunks. Cam had 2 points. Like, and y'all want to lay this at Lloyd's feet? Y'all want to lay this at Lloyd's feet? Look at the box score. Look at the box score. Like, come on. You're better than that. You're better than that. So, yeah, man. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break. On the other side, we're going to get into our 3 things that we normally do. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to go Fab 5. I'm going to give you the player of the game. You listen to the Hawksbeat, Season 7, Episode 6. We'll be right back. Support for the Hawksbeat podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, the very best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Fellas, we gotta talk. Now listen, I know many of y'all like to go to the barbershop, but too many of y'all are looking like Don King below the waist. That's why I'm here to talk to you about Manscaped. Manscaped just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created. Now, when I say premium, I mean premium. The battery lasts up to 90 minutes and it has waterproof technology, so you can do it in the shower where nobody's watching. Fellas, I know you like to go to the barbershop and get the fresh haircut confidence boost. Don't take that Don King into 2021. Listen, let's get that bush to tush nice and clean. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give you 20% off free shipping with the code Hawksbeat at manscaped.com. That's right. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Hawksbeat at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping. Free at manscaped.com. Just use the code Hawksbeat and let's not take that Don King into 2021. All right, folks, we are back. Hawksbeat Podcast, episode 6, season 7. I'm your man, E-Dub, man. Recapping the Hawks' loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. Let's get into good and the bad and the ugly. Good and the bad and the ugly. We're going to start out. Good and bad and the ugly. Then we'll do Fab 5. I'll give you the player of the game. Good for tonight is Clint Capella. I'm going to tell you why I went for Clint Capella. Double-double again. 16 points, 16 boards, 30 minutes. You see the minutes going up. You see that he's starting to look a little bit more healthy, and that's a good sign for the Hawks. I thought that he was strong on the boards. I thought that he played drumming straight up in a lot of places. I thought that he gave the Hawks a lot of second chances. Let me see if I can pull up his offensive boards. I think he had I don't know. I'll pull that up, but I just thought that he was solid down low. He was solid down low. Well, that's what you need from Clint, and that's what the Hawks have been missing for years. Solid down low, a rim runner, a guy who is. He just he makes a difference. He makes a difference out there, and you can tell when he's not out there. 8 rebounds. That's what I was looking for. 8 offensive, 8 defensive rebounds. So Clint Capella is my good for tonight. The bad was the turnovers. Could have gone either way here. Could have gone a lot of places, but I think at the end of the day, when you're turning the ball over, even if you're not making shots, you're still able to win the game. And here's the thing. Hawks only lost by 5. They still had chances to win this game despite not hitting shots in the second half and despite turning the ball over in the manner in which they did. It was just too many. 22 turnovers to 15 for the Cavs. It was just too much. You're not going to win when you have those types of numbers. You don't have the luxury of turning the ball over and not making shots. The ugly is this. The fans blaming Coach Pierce for the loss. And I don't understand why folks love to do this. I'm back on it again. I don't understand why folks love to do this. Yeah, man. We not finna lay this at Lloyd's feet. We not finna do it. There are so many factors that happened for the Hawks to lose this game. Trae Young was missing bunnies in the fourth quarter. John Collins missed a dunk. We had a 5-second violation. We had an 8-second violation. Guys weren't hitting shots. You didn't get the usual production from your bench. And last but not least, the Cavs played pretty damn good. Right? The Cavs played pretty damn good. So let's give them some credit here, all right? Let's give the Cavs some credit. So, yeah, man, I ain't laying this at Lloyd's feet. Y'all can do that if y'all want to. I'm not going to be part of that train. Y'all come to my mentions with that, and we're gonna have a discussion. But I'm not finna do that. So that is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's do the Fab 5, man. Let's get into the Fab 5. I had a little trouble picking out the 5, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to lie to you. Had a little trouble picking out the 5, but I got 5 for you. In no particular order. Let's start with Dre. DeAndre Hunter. 17 points, 5 rebounds, shot the ball well, 5 for 11 from the field, 2 for 4 from downtown. What are we going to say about DeAndre? Like, it's getting to a point that we should no longer be surprised. Like, this is the basketball player that he is. This is why Travis made the move that he made. A lot of people got on DeAndre, and I still have a problem with that because people were saying that he didn't play well last year, and I thought it was pretty solid. Yeah, DeAndre, he's definitely on the Fab 5 tonight. John Collins, he makes the 5 tonight. Didn't think he had his best game. 10 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 34 minutes. I need more, John. I need more, period. Like, I need more. Like, you're supposed to be the number 2. You're supposed to be number 2 when Trae has a bad game. You're supposed to step it up. Trae had a bad game. You're supposed to step it up. Yeah, I'm not going to beat him over the head, man. I'm not going to beat him over the head, but we need more. We need more than 10 points, 4 rebounds. I said this at the beginning of the year. You want the big money, you're going to have to produce like a big boy. You understand? I love John. I thought he played okay, but he didn't play to typical John Collins expectations that we expect. Clint Capella. Again, 16 points, 16 rebounds. I thought he had a strong game. Very active in the paint again. You like to see that. 0 from 5 from free throw lane. I need him to start making some free throws, though, man. I mean, 0 for 5, nah, that's unacceptable, bruh. You can't be missing all of them. Go 2 for 4, 2 for 5. You got to give me some 5-point game here, man. This is a game in inches. I need you to make some. But I thought he played a really good game. I'm not going to bang him on that. So we got Collins, we got Hunter, got Capella. I'm going to go Kevin Huerter. I thought Huerter played good off the bench, even though the unit that he played with didn't really. They were the ones, that gave up that lead. Double for KH, man. 13 points, 10 rebounds. Thought Kevin was solid. Hit some really big shots. Rolled his ankle at the end. He said that he doesn't believe that it's a big deal. I mean, I don't think it's anything serious. So hopefully he'll be okay and ready to go on Monday after he gets some rest today. Last but not least, Trae Young, 16 points, 10 assists. I mean, in any other cases, like your point guard gets you 10 assists and 16 points, you'd be like, yeah, that's good. But from Trae, we need more. Trae's averaging damn near 30 points. We need more from Trae, and he knows that. So I'm not gonna bang him on that. I'm not gonna bang any of these guys. Like, it's the second game on a back-to-back, right? Second game on a back-to-back. You got to cut down those turnovers. You weren't playing smart tonight, man. You get an 8-second call. Just nah. You're better than that. So, this is again 72-game season, man. You're gonna have nights like this. You're gonna have nights where it looks worse than this. But that is my Fab 5, and my player of the game tonight is one Mr. DeAndre Hunter. I'm gonna go DeAndre Hunter because I thought his defense was good. I thought that he played offensively. He's playing with a confidence that I like. Knowing how to use his body, going to the hole strong, stroking that 3 at a nice level. I don't know what his percentage is on the year, but I'm pretty sure that he's near the top for the Hawks. But DeAndre Hunter is our player of the game tonight. So that is... yeah, man, that's the player of the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Hawksbeat Podcast, episode number 6, season 7. We will be back Monday night after the Hawks and the New York Knicks, giving you the same Hawks coverage. Make sure you connect with us on our social media platforms. And like we say at the end of every podcast, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him, show him love, because that's all he's showing you. LOVE love. We out. Peace.
Freebeats.io. Freebeats.io. Freebeats.io.